In this video, we're going to look at common factoring a monomial. Now, before we get started, we need to review some of the exponent laws. Remember that when you're multiplying variables with exponents, you add the exponents. And when you divide variables with exponents, you subtract the exponents. So if we look at the first example, right here, x to the exponent 9 divided by x to the exponent 4. To get our answer, we leave the x and we subtract the exponents, 9 minus 4, which is 5. We're going to use this skill in the factoring example on the right. We need to factor 3x to the 5 plus 18x cubed minus 9x squared. Remember, the first thing you need to do is identify the greatest common factor. Now, for the coefficients, the greatest common factor is the largest number that each of these terms is divisible by. In this case, that's 3. For the variables, it's slightly different. The greatest common factor for the variables is actually the variable with the lowest exponent. In this case, that's x squared. So we can take out an x squared. This right here is our greatest common factor. Now we're going to put brackets, and we're going to determine what terms go in these brackets by taking each term from the previous expression and dividing it by the greatest common factor. So let's look at our first one. 3x to the 5 divided by 3x squared. Divide the 3's by each other and you get 1, which we don't actually need to write. And divide x5 by x squared, and we're left with x to the exponent 3 because we subtracted the exponents. Let's try the next one. 18x cubed. Divide 18 by 3 and we get positive 6. Divide x cubed by x squared. You just need to subtract the exponents and you get x to the exponent 1. Once again, we don't need to write the 1. And finally, minus 9x squared. Divide negative 9 by 3 and you get negative 3. Divide x squared by x squared. Let's just do this on the side. When you have x squared divided by x squared, you subtract the exponents and you get x to the exponent 0. Well, anything to the exponent 0 is just 1. So we actually have an answer of 1, and once again, we don't need to write the 1. This is the factored expression of the trinomial above.